Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of the Talk Show with me, Josh Uy. And like I said sa last episodes ko, that I wanted to interview different people from different backgrounds for different topics. Last episode, in-interview ko si Pia Cabral. She's a counselor in Taytay. We talked about what the LGUs are doing during the COVID-19 situation. And this episode, gusto ko mag-focus naman sa finances. How is it affecting our finances? How is it affecting the economy? What should we expect? What should we do? I invited my friend Leus Punsalan. He's a financial advisor. I hope you get a lot of information. I hope this helps. So here's my interview with Leus Punsalan.
Hey bro, hey Leus, how are you?
Hi Josh, okay naman, kayo dyan?
Okay naman, just waiting na manganak si Kat, yung wife ko.
Ay, lapit na.
Malapit na. Kaya how are you guys coping with all yung sa ECQ and sa COVID? Kamusta kayo?
In terms of personal life, kasi I'm an extroverted person. I draw energy from physical interaction with people outside. So, ang challenging siya. Kasi nga, syempre, we're supposed to be at home. In terms of work, medyo sanay na rin kami mag-meetings kasi prior to ECQ, talagang sanay na kami mag-Zoom. Mas nagamit siya. Thankful rin kasi since we do financial services, we're allowed to do client interactions via this platform as well. So at least, medyo nagtutuloy-tuloy pa rin yung mga transactions.
Okay, since you mentioned your work, na-mention mo na rin yung onting work, diba? And we want to talk about ano ba yung financial impact itong COVID-19 pandemic, yung mga quarantine. So can you just give us some quick background of ano yung mga experience mo, what do you do, para for the sake of those who are listening and watching?
Yeah. Okay. So I'm Leus Punsalan. I work as a financial advisor and unit manager for one of the top financial services company here in the Philippines. So I've been in this endeavor for the past almost 8 years na pala. Ang bilis ng time. So in terms of my background, so I graduated with a business economics degree from UP Diliman. So yung konting background, it helps me understand the markets and all that. So specifically, my work involves helping clients achieve their dreams, maprotektahan yung dreams nila. At the same time, ma-build yung dreams nila. So yun.
Okay, so let's start with ano na ba tayo? 7 weeks na ba tayo of ECQ? Tama ba?
I lost count.
Well, I lost count. As of this recording, yesterday, it was announced that it will be extended until May 15.
Yep.
So, can you give us, siguro sa mga hindi talaga totally aware, ano ba yung state of our economy right now? Ano yung effect niya sa mga businesses, mga families, or even individuals?
Ayan, sige. On a macro perspective, kasi we've been hearing updates from our corporate side as well na it is expected that the GDP or gross domestic product of the country will definitely go down. When you say GDP or gross domestic product, ito yung mga expenses. Like example, private consumption, meaning pag kumakain tayo sa labas or we travel, that's part of the GDP. So since we're in quarantine, hindi tayo makalabas, hindi makabiyahe. So talagang affected siya. The other part is investment. So those are the mga paandar ng mga private companies. So because of the quarantine as well, masyado limited din yung galaw ng mga private companies. Example, company would like to expand and build something. Hirap sila. So that's down. The other side na down is the exports and net exports, meaning pinapalabas natin na goods, and less the imports, meaning yung papasok na goods from outside. So given na may restrictions from other countries, example, other countries have also implemented their own ECQ versions. Hirap din with trade. So, ang medyo up lang is the government. And kasi nga, since they practically have to spend with all the medical expenses, yung mga amelioration programs to help those who are severely affected. So, yun lang yung makakasalba. But it may not be enough because consumption is 70% of our economy. So, the expectation actually nung experts, financial experts, even some economists believe that GDP or gross domestic product is down for Q2 and most probably Q3. Baka lang makabawi ng konti by Q4. That's on a country perspective. Sa i-individualize natin siya naman, in terms of the personal finances. So it depends on the situation of the person. Example, if the person is an employee, tapos the company is still able to provide for its salaries, medyo kakayanin kasi quote-unquote minimize yung gastos kasi walang labas eh. Siguro ang gastos lang niya malamang is yung mga ng panic buying sila, yung mga ganon. For those who are the businessmen, I believe they will be really affected because, of course, businesses are closed unless yung business nila is part of the essentials. For example, medyo malakas ngayon yung mga food deliveries or nagbebenta ng alcohols and all that. Of course, we can discount the fact na ang sobrang affected are yung talaga, yung mga day-to-day workers. Kasi nga, no work, no pay. So, yung effect is really dependent on where you are prior to this ECQ, kumbaga. So, yun.
Pwede balikan lang natin yung GDP, no? I don't know if na-mention mo ba if gaano ba kalaking impact or since sabi mo malilesen yung GDP natin. So, gaano kalaking effect nun sa GDP? Like, ilang percent ba yung mawawala? Ilang may
parang ayoko muna mag-assume pero given that personal consumption is 70% of the economy. This is my view, feeling ko baka negative single digit, at worst negative double digit siya. Pero pero at worst na yun kasi nga we are a consumption driven economy. So the consumption that we have may not be enough to offset whatever losses yung meron tayo.
So to be clear lang kasi syempre hindi lahat economists, hindi lahat aware.
Yep.
So if you say a single digit or double digit pa sabi mo? Tama ba? So in like parang numbers na we can understand, gaano kalaking impact ba pag sinabi mo single digit? Baka kasi sinabi, single digit lang pala, baka maliit lang yan. Pero ano ba talaga yung impact nun in terms of like mga pera talaga and your finances?
So in terms of the economy, ang mangyayari naman you say negative growth. Talagang nag-shrink yung economy by a bit. So kung single digit, malamang na negative growth, that's -1 to around -9%, more or less. So double digit is of course -10 and powers pa. So of course, we're hoping and praying na break even man lang. Pero syempre, although reality points out that we may have yung mga around -1, although I hear -1 to -5% yung possible na mangyari this quarter 2, kumbaga. Quarter 1, although
may ano ba yun?
reading the result.
Sorry, may parang, can you like, if sinabi mo 1%, parang may masasabi ka ba sa amin like, how much money ba yun pag sinabi mo 1% na yun?
Kasi
may ballpark figure
in terms of in terms of the current economy kasi we are around in the billions na the country. So -1%, so medyo millions siya kumbaga or mangyayari. So yun yung effect niya na mawawala quote unquote sa economy because yun nga we're in quarantine. So economic activity is limited eh. Kasi nga we have limited activity. No, may limits tayo in terms of our movement.
Okay. So we've talked about ano yung parang effect of this quarantine, COVID-19.
Right.
Let's say matapos ito this May pero meron pa ring mga certain limitations. Do you have certain projections of gaano katagal bago makabangon ulit yung economy, mga businesses? Ano yung long-term impact nito even after all of this?
Yeah. Based on what we're hearing as well, assuming of course ECQ is lifted by May, pero I don't think agad-agad yan kasi like 'di ba may GCQ tayong for other countries.
Yeah.
So for certain industries, syempre mag-resume yan, pero it won't be that sa essentials makaka-recover yan agad, but the non-essentials since tranches or unti-unti yan magre-recover, so medyo matagal pa yung recovery. Experts say that same thing as quarter 2, there's a possibility that negative economic growth, so that's around -1, -5, most probably for quarter 3, dependent on what can happen. Quarter 4, given of course yan yung Christmas season, so hopefully mag-pick up ulit yung economy natin. Kumbaga, that's country perspective. Sa businesses, as mentioned, depende rin talaga sa situation nila.
Okay. So, you have a background with talking to clients about their financial goals, situation. Yeah. So, ano yung advice mo for individuals right now? How should they invest their money, or how should they handle their finances?
Right. Parang actually labas back to basics siya. Number 1, of course, syempre let's do the short term first. We're in ECQ. Number 1 is to check as well your expenses that you have. Of course, manage it well. Lalo na kunyari if you have limited resources, talaga ma-manage mo yan na to last you until May. Kunyari, if ECQ is lifted by May 15, then May 15. A second is to then let's go beyond the short term, yung long term na. So number 1 is for everybody is to really check their expense pattern. Syempre, although baka gas-gas na siya for some, you really check ano yung essentials and non-essentials. Of course, focus on the essentials, not too much on non-essentials. Pero wag mo naman i-deprive yung sarili mo. Parang there are people kasi na yung sobrang engrossed sila sa spending sa non-essentials na. Parang checking your cash flow. Second is to strengthen further your emergency fund. Kasi parang ito nga, diba, the ECQ would last more or less 2 months. Syempre, by after effects yan on the 3rd month. After effects meaning yung syempre, hindi pa agad lalabas yung mga tao. So, you have to be prepared for that. Yun, so going back, the emergency fund, as financial experts say, it's around 3 to 6 months worth of your expenses. So, malaking tulong din na you get to review whatever your expense pattern is during this ECQ time. Tapos i-check mo na, kunyari, ang expenses ko, let's say, is 30,000 a month. So at least, ang minimum na emergency fund, which is 30,000 times 3 months, that's 90,000. Or we stretch it to 6 months, so that's 30,000 times 6, that's 180,000. So, yun yung pangalawa, the emergency fund. The pangatlo, although I hope this will not be taken negatively, is really to stock up on your protection base. When you say protection base, is your life insurance base and your health protection base, because parang lalabas yun yung death is not a matter of if, but it's a matter of when. We don't know when the Lord will take us home. As well for sickness, hindi natin alam if kumatamaan man tayo ng critical illness or even a minor illness, quote-unquote, na it drains a lot of sa finances natin. And in terms, so that's the third. Number 4, if people are looking to investing, is to revisit, number 1, bakit nila gusto mag-invest. Kung mag-i-invest lang sila dahil nakita lang nila sa net, then they have to dig deeper why. Second is to assess the risk. Number 1 is the risk appetite. How much risk can they take? Kasi we're hearing stories now na, kasi like in terms of stock, those are invested in stocks, which are the earnings of the big businesses like Ayala's SMs. Down siya kasi nga limited yung earnings since walang lumalabas. Natatakot sila. So, parang ang babalikan mo, parang ano bang risk appetite mo? Kasi you may be biting more than you can chew. Ang i-consider mo rin dyan is your requirement. Baka naman kasi ang need mo kunyari for retirement is ganitong amount. Kunyari this big. Then the person must be willing to take this big risk. Yun yung, and of course, the capability. Siyempre, ang prerequisite dyan, okay yung short-term finances mo. So yun.
Okay. So, in a general sense, but would it be wise to invest now or hold it off muna while settle down pa lahat?
Parang dyan 2 sides ang tanong ko dyan. Number 1, okay ba ang liquidity mo in this time? Because if it's okay, I mean, it can help you it can help you for the next few weeks or months, then start investing. Whether that's through different, to insurance policy, whether life or health yan, or to other investment vehicles like stocks or mutual funds. Kung wala, then mag-start ka mag-rebuild ng emergency fund mo. Kumbaga. Parang yun yung lagi kong tinatanong na rin sa mga makakausap ko this time. Kumbaga.
Okay.
Yun.
Okay. Thanks, Leus. Thank you for your time.
Thanks, Josh.
I hope yung mga nanood madaming mapipick up on how to like have a better grasp of the situation.
Right,
thanks, Leus.
Thanks, Josh.
And there you have it. Thank you to Leus Punsalan for being my guest for this episode. I hope madami kayo natutunan. I hope mas alam niyo na kung ano yung financial situation natin, kung ano yung i-expect pa, kung ano yung mga pwede natin gawin. And please subscribe for more content. If you have any suggestions or comments or anything, just leave them down below. If you want me to talk about certain topics or interview some guests, let me know. I will try my best to do it for you guys. And please share this episode. And if you haven't watched my past 2 episodes, they're available on Spotify and also on YouTube. See you next time, guys.